Yo, my dudes, what's going on? David here, and welcome to another reaction. This episode, we are diving into Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1, Episode 9, called Repairs. Hopefully, you've been enjoying the series. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon for the full, uncut, unedited reactions over there. Episodes extra early over there as well. With that being said, I'm very worried. I am very worried about Ward. He is one that you do not want him to touch. Even May, both of them are like skillful ass agents. You don't want them to touch that damn staff. I'm really curious what that dark, like that evil stuff that we got from the last episode, if it's going to sort of linger on. Because the guy said decades, man. Decades is a long time. So they're definitely going to have some impactful stuff from last episode. And I'm just very curious. But don't forget, buckle up. Let's ride.
You were the one in charge, right? Some kind of manager?
He was my friend.
Because Jack's wife said it was your fault. That true?
All right, I'm gonna put everything back now.
Never mind. I think I'm just gonna
Right? Yo.
Hey! I asked you a question.
Don't start with me. Oh.
The hell?
Whatever her powers is, I want to know about it. That was insane. What was that?
Well, it does use giant magnets to fire billions of subatomic particles into their antiparticles at the speed of light to create miniature Big Bangs, so it seems like a good place to start.
Okay, Coulson.
I read.
I'll try not to mention Big Bangs when we talk to Hudgens about the explosion.
You'll stay in the car. This is a delicate situation. We don't know what kind of danger this woman poses, so I'll make initial contact with Agents Ward and May.
We don't want you here anymore.
Officers, get those people back.
Oh yeah, she's gonna take care of him.
Calm down.
Now put the gun down. Get rid of the people.
Sergeant, please calm down. Please calm down.
The one drawback of graduating 3 years early, we never got to pull any freshman pranks on anyone else.
Fizz. Sky never went to the academy. She's a freshman.
A wide-eyed little
Oh
And being
yeah.
pranked is an integral part of becoming a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent.
freshman. Well, mandatory, really.
What if that doesn't calm her down? What if that makes her more agitated?
Then he definitely wants me in there.
Pretty much.
I'll observe from out here.
And I'll lose the tie. If she is telekinetic, I don't want to have a noose around my neck.
May sorted it out. She's the cavalry.
Where does that name come from anyway?
You don't know.
Tell you. Of course not. You spent no time at the academy.
No
Quite a story.
time
Yeah,
at
well,
the
Ward isn't
academy.
exactly a chatty SO.
2 semesters minimum of holographic engineering
Oh,
before you get to touch this!
I get it. And then go to your stupid S.H.I.E.L.D. Hogwarts or whatever. I'm gonna go upstairs. And I'm gonna do my own research on my computer. My boring old flat computer.
Can you believe she bought that?
A horse.
No, she
Brilliant.
didn't buy it, guys.
You think you have the next prank?
Who is that?
Just let me go in and talk to her, sir, as a friend.
Until we figure out what's going on with her. She stays locked up, and you stay away.
Yeah.
Thought that was glued down.
We're gonna panic now. Because I would be panicking. Yeah, we're
Ask
just
the
gonna
right
act
questions,
casual?
Sky. But for now, that's all you get to do.
The story gets bigger every year. It wasn't 100 guys. It was 20. Trained assassins. May crossed them off with one pistol. No support.
She rescued a bunch of agents.
There definitely wasn't a horse.
Why would there be a horse?
This must be the coupling from the reports. Oh dear, the technicians were right.
What is going on?
Were you even listening?
Oh, Fitz. What the heck, man?
You weren't even a wee bit scared.
More disappointed, really. It's as if the explosion tore open some sort of window.
To hell.
Yo,
Simmons, are you okay?
Sir, Hannah's telling
that's
me
it?
she's not telekinetic. There's someone else on this plane.
It's that knife.
Simmons? Come on, turn on the lights.
Not funny anymore. It's not Simmons, Fitz.
Whatever's happening, it's not your fault. We were wrong. But you need to stay in that room so that you're safe. Something bad is out here.
Demons.
I don't know what it is.
It's Tobias. Tobias. Oh shit! How do you fight someone like this? May's too good, man. Tobias, you need to hit her quick, or you ain't getting her at all.
The fact is, a bullet will take you out of whatever world you're in. Any idea which direction May could have taken her?
We'll deploy the golden retrievers. They're in here.
Did you forget?
For childish nonsense like this.
It was your idea. And obviously, I rigged this little beauty before I knew there was a dimension jumping psychopath in the mix.
He's trying to protect her.
He likes her.
That's it? That's why he's doing all this, going to this degree? Kind of sad in a sense. We're like, damn, why'd you go to that degree to get someone's attention? But still,
Ta-da!
That isn't a word in our language.
right?
I've never
What
heard
is
of
it?
it.
I'm checking.
Our language? You mean the English language, first spoken in England?
Aglet, a plastic or metal tube covering the end of a shoelace.
Oh, come on.
She used her Britishness against us.
It's a word.
It's not funny. I was sleeping peacefully.
Alrighty, season 1, episode number 9, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And man, I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you guys. That episode to me was very entertaining. There were a lot of things that they went wrong, or at least that I didn't agree with. But overall, yeah, whenever they go spooky route in any show, I feel like it's very entertaining. It's really cool because it gets you like, oh my god, like, you know, the whole time I'm like, dude, how do you fight someone like this? How do you, you know, kind of figure out and tell where his next move is gonna be? I don't know. It was done really cool. The effects were really cool. The fear was there on my behalf. Obviously, this man can pop up at any given moment. So that was all done very well. That would probably, I mean, the other things that I liked as well with the episode is we got a little bit more of the May background. The May, what happened to May in her past. That's cool. I like that too. Those were like the pros. Those were like the really good things about the episode. That's why I found it so fun. The downfall for me is the reasoning why he was doing it. Like, you went to that degree to get someone to notice you, to get someone to come say or visit you and have a talk with you. You sabotaged a machine you were working on, or that, you know, the Hannah and Frank were working on, just to get her attention. I don't like that. I don't think that was a good enough reason to go to that degree. Not saying it's not something that hasn't been done before. It's just I would have wanted a better reason behind it. And then the other thing that kind of was just kind of whatever to me was the religious take on it. It was just like, it got a little too religious for me. I just wish there was another reason for it. They were mentioning something about portals and, you know, being in two different worlds at once. That was all fine to me. It was cool. It was just the fact that it got very religious for me. The sky, Hannah talk was very religious. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like the show is so religious. You know what I mean? At all. So the fact that they brought religion in for this episode was kind of weird. And so it just kind of like, I feel like the episode could have been great because the fear was there. The May stuff was really cool. They didn't really, I'm hoping they didn't wipe out the whole last episode stuff, you know, where May and Ward obviously touched the staff and were affected by it, because they seem pretty normal here in this episode. But that's just kind of like off the top of the head, things that I can think of that, you know, sort of bothered me or that I enjoyed about the episode. But we'll do a quick breakthrough to see if there's, you know, things that I missed. And go from there. The gas station itself was really cool. I thought for a second there that she had like telekinesis powers, and she was doing things with her mind based off of her anger. So that scene was really cool. Then we pick up where May and Ward obviously hooked up the night before. So I thought we were going to get some, like, you know what I'm saying, bad stuff going on between them. We really didn't. We then we find out that the story behind the Hannah, which is the main victim, and basically what happened with the explosion, the incident that happened, and the death of Frank. She was getting blamed by obviously the locals because she was, you know, one, the person who survived, but two, you know, strange things were happening. But now, I mean, later on we find out that it's because Tobias was trying to protect her. I'm still worried there's no protocol to the fact that, you know, Ward and May, like, you're not going to check over them to make sure everything's okay after that, what happened in the last episode. I feel like there should be something like that, some kind of medical thing that they go through, because even when Fitzsimmons were trying to get Ward to do it, he like refused last episode. But basically, they go to talk to Hannah. They're trying to figure out, you know, her side of the story or whatever. There are obviously angry neighbors, you know, outside screaming, egging her house. She then gets angered. But I thought it was her triggering the car to just go, but we find obviously it wasn't her, it was Tobias. Then May shoots her. They put her on the plane. They're trying to figure out ways to question her because obviously they think she's a lot stronger than, or they know she's a threat. She poses a very big threat. They don't know enough about her. They just know that every big significant event that's happening, she is the only common denominator. Basically, the other story going on was the Sky. Fitzsimmons were trying to prank Sky because Sky never went to the academy. So that was like the hazing part of the academy does exist, and so they wanted to carry on the tradition. Very touching moments. I thought for the most part the Hannah actress herself was very believable. There was almost this fear of herself. Like she was scared of herself in a sense because she didn't feel like she was doing it, but things were happening around her. I like that a lot. I think she did a really great job in this episode. Let's see. Yeah, man, I feel like they could have really, you know, gone. Even if they would have gave me like a half a minute scene of just, you know, either Ward or May feeling the effects from last episode, it would have made me feel like, you know, a little better about the situation. But basically, the first time we saw Tobias, it creeped me out to the point where I was like, I gotta rewind it and go back. Like, what did I just see? Because that It was definitely creepy. That was, I mean, and what sucks is that this, to me, villain wise, was one of the cooler episodes because the powers he had, this was way better than the freaking Pyro guy, Scorch. This was way better than Scorch. Power wise, I was like, oh, this is freaky. This is crazy. He kept just popping up in places behind people, sabotaging the work, taking out the lights, the plane drops. Whole time I was like on edge because obviously they're walking in a plane, no lights on. Simmons is alone, or Fitz is alone. I'm like, no, like no, like what's going on? So the whole time it was just very like, it felt like a thriller, which I love thriller movies. So it was very suspenseful, very thriller like, spooky like. This is when it got very religious, where I was just kind of like, okay, we went there, fine, whatever. The fighting scenes between Ward and Tobias were crazy. Every time he would get the upper hand, Tobias would just disappear and then get the upper hand on Ward. So that looked really cool. The effects there looked really nice. He basically locked Sky and Coulson in here, basically just trying to get to Hannah. And so what sucks is that there was like all this buildup, all this creepiness, all this spookiness for this, you know, for the reveal to be just that he wanted her attention. What could have been? What could have been? Why was it just for the attention of a girl? Oh, that could have, this episode could have been awesome. I still really enjoyed it. It was still very entertaining, and I was on the edge of my seat the majority of it. I think, like I said earlier, it was a very good, like, developmental sort of story progressing for May. But then, you know, you add that plus the spookiness. I was like, oh, this is ideal. This is perfect. The prank was fine. It wasn't, you know, all that, but I guess May did it. I don't know. May does seem very robot. She does seem very about the mission. And Ward, for the most part, is the same way. It's just the way they are. But I would have wanted to see, again, more of the after effects from the previous episode. And then I guess the only other thing I would have wanted was a better reasoning behind why Tobias was doing what he was doing. Like, it's a little extreme to loosen up a couple bolts and kill somebody over just getting the attention of a girl. But otherwise, it was entertaining. I'd probably give it a 7. I would think it was better than last episode, just because the last episode was just, it was fine. I felt like last episode could have been better too, and I'm sure there's probably gonna be a lot more episodes like that where they could have been better, but they just didn't quite deliver on the level that we wanted it to. But that's the episode. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you enjoyed the reaction. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon for the full, uncut, unedited reactions over there. Episodes extra early over there as well. With that being said, I will catch you guys later. Peace, guys.